everyone, this is Karen.
Hey everybody, this is Shane.
Today we have our lesson on translation practice, and what are we going to talk about today?
We are going to be discussing reading.
Awesome, I love reading.
Do you love reading?
But actually, when I was little, I didn't really like reading. I have to be honest.
I think when I was really young, I did enjoy reading.
You did?
But as I got older, I stopped reading as much because I discovered audiobooks.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. It's always a debate. If you listen to a book, does that count the same as reading a book? It's the same words, but you're not reading it, you're listening to it.
I guess they are a little bit different, but you are receiving the same kind of information, right? But I prefer reading like a book, you know, like a novel, or a story. That I think it's fun, and then I miss doing that.
I like doing it too, but because reading, you have to hold your hands. You have to watch what you're doing.
You're right.
For me, I like to be able to be on the subway or riding my bike, and I can listen to an audiobook or cleaning the house while I'm doing other things that I might not really want to do or that are just killing time, like commuting to work.
You like to multitask.
Yeah, or if I'm commuting to work, you know, maybe I would just be looking at my phone. That's not really productive. And if you can escape by reading a book, of course you could read.
That's right.
But for me, I like to just close my eyes and listen. It's very relaxing.
I guess so. Well, a while back when I wasn't that busy, I used to bring a book with me on the MRT because I have to commute for a long time. So I would spend a lot of time on the MRT reading my book.
You can even use an e-book reader now, right? Or it's just a digital books, and you can have thousands of books on one small device.
Definitely.
Oh, so cool. Okay, let's learn more or talk more about reading.
All right, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Translation practice. Practice A.
My mother always tries to teach me how to tell right from wrong and to take responsibility for my behavior. Mother's Day is coming up, and I want to let my mother know how grateful I am for everything she does for me.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm Hanny.
Welcome to this month's translation practice. Today we'll be, oh, that's right, translating. Big surprise. Yeah.
Very funny. Okay, we've got work to do. We need to translate 4 Chinese sentences into perfect English. I say we get started. The first sentence of today is, 今天要翻译的第一句就是妈妈总是试着教我明辨是非，且要为自己的行为负责。那主词是妈妈，特别注意我们要把妈妈翻译成英文的时候呢，要加上所有格，或者是把这个字首 am 用大写表示。那么动词是试着，那它是在陈述事实，所以时态用现在简单式。
Now, Hanny and I are teachers.
Yes.
We teach English. Now, we teach or try to teach people to speak English. Do we teach people about good and evil, right and wrong? Not really. But we can teach people how to talk about these things and the difference between them. Teach me how to tell or distinguish right from wrong. Okay, first of all, the pattern is as follows. Teach plus somebody plus something or a WH word plus to verb. Now, if you teach somebody to do something, okay, you tell them how to do something, explain something to them, give them information, etc. You act like a teacher, okay? Now, also, to tell or distinguish A from B is to figure out the difference between A and B. So, very simply, if you teach somebody to tell or to distinguish right from wrong, you say something like this. This is right. This is good. You should do this. This is bad. This is wrong. You should not do this. For example, I can tell right from wrong because I have a conscience. I was also taught to distinguish right from wrong by my parents.
好 ，Jeff 老师的例句是说，因为我有良知，所以能分辨是非。我的父母也教我明辨是非。那我们现在要翻译教我明辨是非这个英文可以说 Teach me how to tell 或是 distinguish right from wrong。好，那这边有2个重点。第一个是 teach somebody something， 表示教某人某事物。那么其中的 something 可以用名词、名词子句，你也可以用 WH 疑问词搭配不定词所构成的名词片语，或者是你可以用不定词片语。例如 My cousin taught me how to ride a bike。有没有看到句中的 how to ride a bike？ 它就是用WH 疑问词 how 去搭配不定词所构成的名词片语。那你也可以说 My cousin taught me to ride a bike。这时候我们用 to ride a bike 就是用不定词片语哦。好，第二重点，动词 tell 或是 distinguish 它表示分辨、区分。那么用法可以是 tell A from B 或是 distinguish A from B。那么我们也可以用 tell 或是 distinguish 加上 the difference between A and B 来表达。好，例如It can be hard to distinguish truth from lies. 要区分事实和谎言是很困难的。Okay, we just talked about right and wrong. Now, I think we can safely say that it's right to take responsibility for our actions.
And our behavior, too. Take responsibility for my behavior, or be responsible for my actions.If you take responsibility for something, you accept responsibility for that thing, or you are in charge of that thing in some way. If we take responsibility for something, that something is our duty or our obligation. Yeah, to be responsible for something is similar to taking responsibility for that thing. Anyway,If you take responsibility for your behavior, you live with what you've done. You don't blame others, act like nothing is wrong, etc. No, you show that you are responsible for what you've done and the consequences of what you've done. For example, it's my fault. I take full responsibility for what I have done.
所以 Jeff 老师这例句是要表达说，是我的错，我为我的所作所为负起全责。那要翻译为自己的行为负责，这个英文可以说 take responsibility for my behavior， 或者是 be responsible for my actions。那么其中的 responsibility 它就表示责任义务，那么 behavior 表示行为举止，它可以当可数或不可数名词用。举例来说Teenagers need to learn to take responsibility for their actions. 青少年必须学习为自己的行为负责。好，那现在看完相关文法，重点可以翻译整句咯。So the sentence could be,
My mother always tries to teach me how to tell right from wrong and to take responsibility for my behavior.
Okay, let's go ahead and discuss sentence number 2. 好，今天要翻译的第二句是母亲节快到了，我想让妈妈知道我有多么感谢她为我所做的一切。那主词是母亲节，动词是快到了。这句是在承接上一句，我们时态也用现在简单式。
Okay, there are 2 explanations for sentence number 2. First, we'll talk about something that is happening or occurring soon. Be coming up, or be around the corner, or be just or right around the corner. If something is coming up or is just or right around the corner, this thing is happening soon or will be occurring soon. It will be happening, not too long from now, and that's that. For example, your birthday is coming soon. Do you want to have a party?
你的生日快到了，你想办个生日派对吗？好，那我们要表达快到了，像什么日期啊、节庆事件等等，快到了，即将到来。这个英文你可以用 be coming up， 或是 be around the corner，be just around the corner， 或是 be right around the corner 都可以。举例来说 ，Summer is just around the corner， 夏天要到了，太好了。Okay, everyone, good news. It's almost time for a break.
First of all, though, we need to talk about gratitude. That is, being grateful. how grateful I am for everything she does for me. Now, when you're grateful to someone, okay, you are thankful because they've done something nice for you or something good for you. Now, expressing this, well, that's not too tough. You can tell someone how grateful you are for something by using the following pattern. How plus an adjective or an adverb plus a subject plus a verb. Basically, this pattern allows you to thank someone for something. You say so by saying that you're grateful. Or,
Arigato.
You're saying that you're grateful or grateful for something. For example, I wish I could express to you just how grateful I am for everything you've done for me.
但愿我能用言语表达出我有多么感谢你所为我做的一切。那么 How grateful I am for everything she does for me， 就是说我有多么感谢她为我所做的一切。那这边有3个重点，第一个是感叹句的句型 how 加上形容词或副词加主词加动词，可以表达多么的怎么样怎么样。例如 I can't believe how fast time flies， 我无法相信时间竟然过得这么快啊。好，第2个重点是 grateful， 它是形容感激的、感恩的。那么 be grateful for something 表示对什么什么心存感谢。例如 He's grateful for his family support， 他对家人的支持心存感谢。第3个重点 everything she does for me， 它是用 everything 来当先行词，然后后面接了关系子句 she does for me 来修饰，去表达说她所为我做的一切。举例来说 I really appreciate everything you did for me， 我很感激你所为我做的一切。好，现在看完相关重点，可以翻译整个句子咯。So the sentence could be
Mother's Day is coming up, and I want to let my mother know how grateful I am for everything she does for me.
Okay, everyone, with that, we have now translated the first 2 sentences of our lesson. That means we can take a break.
Right, but stay put, folks. We'll be back with the second half of this month's translation practice soon.
Translation practice. Practice B.
Getting into the habit of reading from an early age will benefit us throughout our lives. Without a doubt, reading can have positive effects on our minds and characters.
Welcome back, everyone. It is time to begin the second half of this month's translation practice lesson. Hanny, please tell us all about the third sentence of the day.
Will do. 好，今天要翻译的第3句是从小养成阅读的习惯会让我们终生受益。好，主词是养成阅读的习惯，动词是会什么什么受益。那么这句是在陈述事实，所以时态用现在简单式。
Okay, I have good news, everyone. The following explanation is going to be pretty easy. From an early age. Okay, if you've been doing something from an early age, you've been doing that thing for a long time. Since you were young, most likely. Why do I say this? Because that's exactly what this phrase means, okay? If you've been doing something from an early age, you've been doing it since you were young. For example, how is he so good at playing the piano?
Well, he's been playing from an early age.
哦，原来他这么会弹钢琴的原因，就是因为从小就开始学啦。From an early age 就可以表达从小，像你可以说 She showed a passion for music from an early age。她从小就展露出对音乐的热情。Well, if you want to do something really well, you need to work at it, right? A lot. I mean, work at it a lot. You might need to start doing it from an early age even.
And you know what? You'll probably want to make that thing a habit. A good habit. Speaking of which, get into the habit of reading. Now here, if you get into the habit of reading, you develop a habit for reading. This means that you read and read and read until it becomes a part of your life. Now, sometimes habits are bad, like smoking. You start doing something and you can't stop, and this thing isn't good for you. In this case, though, a habit is good. A habit for reading is a good thing. For example, get into the habit of exercising every day. Your body will thank you.
That's a good habit. 养成每天运动的习惯，那么你的身体将会感激你的。要表达养成什么样的习惯呢？可以用 get into the habit of 加上名词或动名词来表达。那这是用来强调动作的发生。另外，我们也可以用到动词 develop 来表达说是逐渐养成什么样的习惯。那它的用法是 develop the habit 或是 develop a habit of 加上名词或动名词。那我们来造两个例句。They have gotten into the habit of taking a walk every evening. 他们已经养成每天晚上散步的习惯了。Brad has developed the habit of reading before bed. Brad 已经逐渐养成睡前阅读的习惯了。那我们回头来看要翻译的句子，养成阅读的习惯是当主词，要用动名词片语来表达，所以是要写作 getting into the habit of reading. Yes, reading and exercising are good habits. If we develop these habits, we'll be happier, healthier people.
I agree. These are the types of habits that should benefit us throughout our lives. Benefit us throughout our lives. Benefit us in our lifetime. If something benefits us throughout our lives or benefits us in our lifetime, this thing is good for us long term. Maybe for as long as we are alive. Yes, anything that benefits us is good for us or makes us healthier or happier in some way. For example, a diet featuring plenty of fruit and vegetables will benefit you throughout your life.
含有大量蔬果的日常饮食会让你终生受益哦。那么 benefit us throughout our lives 或是 benefit us in our lifetime 就可以用来表达让我们终生受益。其中这个 benefit 在这边当动词来表达对什么什么有益，像是Learning to manage money will benefit you throughout your life. 学习管理金钱会让你终生受益。好，那现在看完相关重点，可以翻译整个句子喽。So the sentence could be
Getting into the habit of reading from an early age will benefit us throughout our lives.
Okay, folks, the time has come. It's time to translate the final sentence of today's lesson. Yes. 好，今天要翻译的第四句是，毫无疑问，阅读可以对我们思想和品格产生正面的影响。那么主词是阅读，动词是可以产生。那这句是在承接上一句，也是在陈述事实，所以时态用现在简单式。
Annie?
Yes?
You're right. You're right about all of that. There is no question in my mind. Absolutely. You're totally 100% correct.
I see what you're doing here.
Yes, the next explanation is without a doubt, no doubt, undoubtedly. These phrases and this word are used for emphasis. You use them when you are positive about something, completely sure about something, or when you have no doubt in your mind that something is the case or is true. For example, it is undoubtedly true that my daughter likes potato chips.
Jeff 老师的女儿很爱吃洋芋片，这是毫无疑问的。那么 without a doubt 或是用 no doubt 或是 undoubtedly 这些副词或是副词片语都可以用来表达毫无疑问、无疑的。例如That was no doubt one of the best movies I've ever seen. 那部电影毫无疑问是我看过最棒的电影之一了。顺便补充一个句型 ，There is no doubt 加上 that 子句，我们要翻译这个句子，其实就可以用这个句型表达，把它写作 There is no doubt that reading can 怎么样怎么样。好，那我们也用这样的句型来造句。There's no doubt that constant practice is the key to improvement. 不断的练习是进步的关键，这是毫无疑问的。Okay, everyone, We have made it! Well, almost. You see, it's now time for the final explanation of the day. After this, we'll be done.
Right. I'm sure that being done will have positive effects on all of us. Have positive effects or influences on. Now, effects or influences are changes or impacts that a person or a thing has on somebody or something else. Further, something that is positive here is good. So if A has positive effects or influences on B, A changes, inspires, impacts, etc. B in a good way. For example, good teachers almost always have positive effects on their students.
好的老师几乎总是能对学生产生正面的影响。那么 have positive effects on 什么什么，或是 have positive influences on 什么什么，是表达对什么什么产生正面的影响。那其实当我们用 have an effect on 或是 have an influence on 就可以表达对什么有影响。那么 effect 和 influence 在我们这个用法当中是用复数型表达，它的前面可以加上形容词 positive 正面的，或是 negative 负面的等等。举例来说 ，Music can have positive effects on mental health. 音乐对心理健康能有正面的影响。好，那现在看完相关重点，可以翻译整个句子喽。So the sentence could read,
Without a doubt, reading can have positive effects on our minds and characters.
Okay, there you have it. With that, this month's translation practice lesson is now finished.
Yes, it is, and that means it's time for a break. But don't go away. We'll be back next month with more translation practice. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Would you like to try a sample? Here, try our cheesecake.
That is fantastic. It's really rich and creamy with a nice blend of saltiness and sweetness.
How about one of our cookies? This one is the original flavor.
Wow, this is like heaven. It's so crispy and not too sweet. I can even taste a hint of caramel in there.
See you next time!